Don't you people ever die?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's something I want to talk about today regarding life here in Babylon as we know it, as targeted individuals or empaths or whatever you are, whatever you are. I want to say something. You got to realize what's good for you and what's not good for you. You got to know it to your soul. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. If you're a targeted individual and because you don't have money and they've been preventing you from getting a job and stuff like this, but in your heart you want the job and you want the money. You see what I mean? Then expect to go down with the same devils that you point your finger at. Let me just tell you that. Okay? Let me just tell you that. If you're homeless or you don't have stable living conditions, but you want it and you yearn for it, and if somebody was to come and offer you a mansion right now, you'd be happy and go live in it. And if they was to offer you $1 million, you would happily take that too. Then listen, you're only a targeted individual by circumstances, not by heart, not by your heart. You probably match the and this is we see a lot of confusion comes on here. See, you probably fit the description of a real targeted individual, and to yourself, you're lining yourself up with the true targeted individual. I hope this is making sense. And I ain't trying to hurt your feelings, but this is something that you have to understand. See, listen, let me just tell you something about the real targeted individual. Let me just tell you something about the true targeted individual. The most highest chosen real ones on the planet. Let me just tell you something about them, yo. They're the type to walk out of the system. Not, oh, I got kicked out of the system. I've been getting kicked out of the system all my life, and you're still banging at the door trying to get in. And as soon as they open it, you're going to come in. Well, let me just let you know, they are going to let you in. And that's how they're going to get a lot of people. Okay? You have to not want nothing to do with this shit by heart. Okay? You have to not want anything to do with it by heart. Let me tell you what happened with Moses. Moses became free. Moses got delight in the Most High's eyes because he was truly compassionate about his people, and he understood the situation that he was dealing with. He knew who he was, and he knew who the perpetrators was. He knew about the system, and he knew the issue with the system. When Moses left out of the system, out of that environment, off of the monopoly board, and went out into nature, that's when the Most High said, all right, I can deal with you. That's I know you, I can deal with you. Right? Moses wasn't dying to come in here, dying for some money and dying to, I'm telling you, listen, if your heart, it's about your heart, where your heart is at. If your heart says, fuck this shit, fuck the money, fuck the cars, fuck these buildings, fuck corporate society, fuck everything that these others, it's God to these other people. It's heaven to these others. It's not heaven to me. If you can say that, then you're all right. But if the only thing stopping you from indulging in Babylon like everybody else is your circumstances, not your heart, not leaving it alone for your heart's sake, saying, I seeing straight through it. The only thing stopping you is because you're lazy and don't feel like working, or it's because someone told you no and you want the answer to be yes. Let me tell you something. When someone tells you no the first time, you probably weren't supposed to receive it in the first place. But if you received the no answer, but then you kept trying to get it, and someone else told you yeah, and you attribute that to God, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. I'm just letting you know. Take it from me, because I'm telling you for real. These motherfuckers ain't gonna tell you for real. I'm telling you for real, for real. I'm telling you, and this is what I see what's wrong with people, where I wanted to move into this place, but they denied me. But then I wound up getting this place, and it's better. God, see how God works in mysterious ways. God didn't have nothing to do with that. It's your own, the only reason why you say God is because you put yourself on that pedestal, because you became a God in your own right. And your desires is the most important thing in this world to you. So when you desire something and someone tells you no, but then you end up receiving what you desired anyway, then you say, look how God works. God is such a good God. He's so powerful. Just because you received something that you perceive as good and you wanted it, you attribute it to God. You are mistaken. And most people say this. Most people have this same type of thought process. It's dangerous. I'm telling you, it's very dangerous. Because the church don't preach about this, what I'm talking about. Them Hebrew Israelites on the corner yelling in people's ears. Don't talk about this. No one really speaks about this, but I'm telling you the facts and I'm telling you the truth. And I don't care if you don't like it. You better process it and understand it. Okay? So while you're sitting there bragging about the money that you got, because you got it and you acquired it, I'm telling you that money is bullshit and it don't buy nothing but death. I don't give a damn if you get a little bit, you think you get a little bit of life out of it. You better take your ass out into nature. Go to nature. Go out into nature. You can build a house for free in nature. It's all there. Water is there. Food is there. Well, I don't know how to find no food out there. Then you ain't going to. You ain't going to. You ain't going to. And if you think that you need someone to tell you, then you are sadly mistaken. You don't need nobody to tell you nothing. Put some faith in the Most High. Moses was living in Egypt. Ran out into nature for his life. And he didn't die. He lived. The man lived. He wasn't living out in nature. He was living in Egypt under royalty because he was raised by the daughter he was raised by his actual mother. It didn't go into deep detail of what role that Pharaoh's daughter had really in his life, but I'm pretty sure she did have a role in his life. I mean, she named him and all that. So, but he left from there and went out into nature and did A-okay. So remember this, what I'm saying here, telling you. Just remember what I'm telling you. Remember what I'm telling you. You may consider yourself to be a targeted individual. Life may be hard and kind of rough for you. Life may be fucked up, but if you desire Bablyon, money, even if I ain't talking about rich, poor, or in the middle. If you desire it, just be careful. I'm just gonna tell you, be careful. Be careful and be careful what you attribute to the Most High. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If you don't have it in you, if you don't have it in you to walk away from a society that you know is ran by demons, if you don't have it in you to walk away from this society, and I know that you all think you have it in you to walk away from the society because you watch so many fucking movies. You think that when that happens, I'll walk away. When that happens, I will walk away. But that ain't never going to get there. It ain't never going to get there. This is how they lead you. This is how they lead you further into Babylon. And this is the reason why you end up dying here. Because that what you expected to, if that happens, is already happening. Babies is already getting raped. People are already coming up missing. Niggas' gates in prison is already getting cracked open at 3 o'clock at night. And niggas is getting raped by 7 to 20 dudes. This is already happening in this society and they're allowing it to go on. Okay? This is the bitter truth. You're living in a bitter world where if you speak the truth, they're starting to penalize you, punish you. That's the world that you live in. The shit that you're waiting to happen is already here. They put RoboCop in front of your face as you was a little child and made him a hero and gave you an action figure that you liked. Now you're going to be dealing with RoboCop pretty soon, and you're not going to like it. When you used to love RoboCop, you're not going to like it. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. This is the kind of world that we're living in, man. Like I say, if you don't have it in you to walk out when you see that everything is wrong, when you see that shit is fucked up, then you just don't have it in you. You're living right now in the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius meaning the age of awareness. So that means that you're all aware to what's going on. You've just grown accustomed. And the Most High told you to not take on the customs of your enemies. Do not take on the customs of these other nations. So when they come to you and they tell you that in order to it's a monopoly board, in order for you to live and sustain life on this monopoly board, then you have to do this. Now you're crossed with, now what are you going to do? You're going to argue and protest and say, you can't tell us that we have to do that. We can't make us do that. They're not making you do that. They're simply saying that if you want, this is our shit. The world is huge. Listen, the world is huge. We got a little square concrete block with stores and stuff on it. And we're telling you that if you want to operate in our stores, in our jobs, all of the places, then you have to get it. We're not making you do it. The world is big, like we said, but they're not going to tell you how I'm telling you. You got to know this. They're going to tell you, listen, go out into nature, motherfucker. Go get it on your own. You can go, you can't come in my restaurant without the thing to eat, but you can go out in nature and eat. And you say, no, then that means that you choose death. Because the Most High told you to come back into nature. He told you, come out of her, my people. He's telling you to come out of this system that you've grown accustomed to. He told your ass, do not take on the customs. But every Halloween, you put your child in a costume, which means custom. Oh, what is your son going to be this year? Oh, he's a cop. It's one of the customs. What is your daughter going to be? Oh, he's a pizza delivery dude. Look at his outfit. It's a custom. He's one of the customs. Oh, I'm a taxi driver. One of the customs. Superman, Batman. Don't make me break it down to you, yo. I hope you understand that no one can make you do anything. You always have free will. You just don't see real life for what it is. I'm telling you, if you were in my amusement park, here's my amusement park. You know that there's life outside of my amusement park. You know that because you've been out there, dealing out there. But if you come into my amusement park and you want to get on my ride and I say, well, you got to have to get on the ride, you're going to be like, well, I don't have it. And they'll say, well, here, you can take one. And you'll be like, no, I'm leaving. That's because you know that there's life out here that you can leave to and just say no. Well, same thing with the Monopoly board. There's a whole world of nature, natural world out there. A whole world out there. But you think when they tell you that you have it to operate on this Monopoly board, you think now they're forcing you. They're not forcing you. But since you don't see life out here, you're not used to it. You don't think that you do have access to it. You're just not used to it. You think that that's a death sentence. You're dumb as hell. So you're going to choose death. You ain't got it in you. Or you can do like these others and you can sit around the Monopoly board and say, well, I'm not getting it, but I'm not going to get it, and I'm not going to get a job, and I'm not going to do any of that, but I'm going to sit out here on the street. So for the people who do got the joint, they can give me money and food and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just never going to go along with it. Listen, they're shutting down on you too. They're shutting down on those kind of people too, because they're going to say, listen, you can't chill on the Monopoly board if you're not going to get it. You got to go. Can't you see how lately they've been telling people it's illegal to feed the homeless? The reason why they made it illegal to feed the homeless and they're telling the homeless they can't sleep here and they can't lay here, they can't sleep here, it's punishable now, is because the homeless ones are going to be the ones that not go along with it. They don't want you fueling people to not go along with it and still giving them a sustainable life. We're not going to give you money in your pocket, food in your belly, and a place to sleep if you're not going along with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're doing it. It's either Satan or the Most High, bro. You're either going out into nature where you belong, or you're going to stay in these customs and deal with them. And many people, just because they're too accustomed to it here, are going to go down. Money, the love of money, the roots of all evil. The love of money. It's not that they love money, it's what they think money does for them. It's not that they love money. Nobody loves a green piece of paper. It's that I don't have to go hunt because I can go to the store and buy a piece of meat. But that's why your wife don't respect you, nigga. She says you don't got no hunting skills, and even if you did, I'm going to the store and buy it. I don't need ya. You see what I'm saying? Any real man despises this system, bruh. Because he's not allowed to be a real man in it. You nigga, as a man, you protect the interests of a woman, right? Well, but she's not interested in you really being a man. She's not interested in the way that you cut down trees, bro, and build your back up to take care of your family. You got a strong back. You use them muscles to go and break back in one of these plants. For the white man. Plantation. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You can't live in between the cracks of this society right here and think that you're going to make it because I was targeted. I'm going to heaven. I was targeted. No, you got to be able to walk away. Walk away from it. And as a matter of fact, the Most High said that when you come out of their customs, he said, I will restore your lifespan. How's he going to restore your lifespan? Nature.